Coach, a great win at the Citadel. Your defense holds another opponent without a touchdown, 3 points given up. When you look back at the game and the fact that your defense has been so good lately, what do you attribute it to? Maybe is there one or two factors that really stick out for you?
Well, there's no doubt it starts with having the right guys with the right mindset, having guys that have the physical skills to do it, but the mental part of it is so big. Our defensive staff's done a fantastic job. Coach Fuqua, as our coordinator, does an awesome job getting those guys prepared, along with Coach Wood, Coach Rise, Coach Gasparotto, do a fantastic job. And then you have that unseen part where you have guys that love to compete, guys that have heart and they're willing to go out there and lay it on the line, and you have guys that believe, guys that are not going to quit on a play. They're going to believe that they can make the play, and it's a special group of guys. I wouldn't say that we're the biggest or the fastest or anything like that, but I would say that they play together, and everybody does his part. You do what you're supposed to do as well as you can do it, and you do it times 11, then you have a great defense.
You know, you say they're not the biggest, the fastest, but from where I sit, it seems this year's defense might have a little more speed or takes better angles when they're trying to tackle people. It seems like more guys for the opposition are getting caught in the open field.
Well, I think what's happened starting last spring, I think the guys learned what the term relentless means. And a lot of times when you learn words like that, it's hard. It's really hard. But once you get over the hump and you realize that's what it takes to be a great defense, then it makes Saturdays a lot easier.
Against the Citadel, Joe Newman comes in early second half. Brandon Goodson hurt his ankle at quarterback. Your thoughts on Joe's play and, true freshman in a playoff situation, that's the biggest of stages.
No doubt about it. Joe's one of those guys that we felt we were going to be able to redshirt, but you never know what life has in store for you. First team quarterback goes down, second team quarterback goes down. Now we're down to the third team quarterback, and Joe happens to be a true freshman, and he's the backup. Well, you're always hoping that the guy that you have in there doesn't get hurt, but with a particular play in there, get up in the hole a little bit, somebody falls on your ankle, all of a sudden we've got a problem. Joe, you're up. Joe's ready. Joe's ready not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint. He was very calm. He understands the offense. He's worked exceptionally hard to learn it. He's always staying after practice, working on his fundamentals, and then Coach Lang did a great job of getting him schooled up and ready to go. And it was kind of interesting. You have a true freshman. He walks into the huddle, and it's no big deal. The other guys trust him, and so you gotta make a play. We got to score some points if we want to win this football game, and he led us to a couple scores.
What attracted you to him to want to recruit him out of high school? What when you saw him on film, what did you see?
Well, kind of what we saw Saturday. He's a guy that has the ability to be explosive. He has a good throwing motion. His arm is good. He's not going to, be a Tom Brady throwing it, 40 times a game or something like that. But he's going to be a guy that has the ability to get the balls to the receivers. And again, it takes that concept of great management to help your team win. Taking care of the football, understanding that, hey, this thing's going bad, I need to get down, understanding all the little nuances that may occur as a play is unfolding. And it's just like on the touchdown run, he knows that he can get to the pitch key, and as soon as he knew that, it was a dead sprint, and he outran the rest of the guys. We had two outstanding blocks with a couple of our guys, and he got into the alley and took it the rest of the way.
Your offense also did enough to win without your best offensive lineman, arguably, in the second half. Anton Warby got hurt very early in the third quarter. Talk about the play of your O-line and what you had to do with the loss of your most experienced guy.
Well, it's always next man up, and Mike Jones came in, and Mike had a fantastic game. I mean, he did some really great things out there, played exceptionally well. His pass pro was great, and then his run blocking, he did an outstanding job. We play a lot of those guys. They're familiar with each other, and I felt like that whether Mike's in there or Anton's in there, that they're going to get the job done.
All right, Youngstown State this week. They seem to be run heavy. Like Wofford, they like time of possession. They average holding the ball about 34 minutes a game. Yeah. When they have the ball, what are you looking for?
Strong physical offense, offensive line. A lot of their guys are 6'4" or above, and they're all in that 315 to 330 range. They have running backs that are finishers. They have that finishing speed. If we allow them to get into a run seam without somebody putting a hand on them, then they can take it the distance. Quarterbacks, big, tall, rangy kid, really big arm. He's probably a 70-yard guy as far as being able to throw the ball. And they have receivers that can take the top off the house, man. I mean, they can go. And we're going to have to do a great job with pressure. We're going to have to do a great job fitting the gaps. They're inside-outside zone. And basically what they try to do is stretch you and then let the back make one guy miss. We've got to make sure we've got at least one guy, and we got to make sure that one guy doesn't miss.
DeQuan, you got the Citadel. I know the first time around you came up a little short. What did it mean to you? What do you think it meant to the guys to get that game the other night in Charleston?
Well, it meant a lot to me, and it meant a lot to the team. First time we played them, offensive-wise, we kind of let that game go with a couple of turnovers at the end that forced overtime, then that turnover during overtime. So we knew, at least offensive-wise, this game was about redemption. I felt the defense played great. They let us hang into that game. But it was all about redemption for the offense. And this game, we played a little bit better. Still could have played a lot better. Our defense, yet again, played an awesome game this last Saturday. We ended up scoring a touchdown. Joe made a good read and turned on the Jets, scored that touchdown. And our defense gave us the opportunity to score and win that game. So I feel really good about it.
Last 2 weeks have been grinded out football. What's that like as an offensive lineman to play in a game where, nobody's going to score more than 10, 12 points, it seems, the whole day?
Yeah, well, running triple option, that's what we do every week. We expect, grind it out. Against the Citadel, it felt like every drive we had to grind, and sometimes we went 3 and out. But the thing about running this offense, you can't get discouraged by that. If anything, if you move the ball 40 yards, get a good punt, you're kind of coming up winning. So we knew if we kept pounding away at it, eventually we're going to have a play or two here that we're going to break it wide open. And you saw that happen with Joe and with Lorenzo at the end. We just got to keep pounding and pounding away. So.
What was it like for the offense when Brandon went down and here comes Joe to run the offense, to be your quarterback?
It was really sad when Brandon went down. I was worried about him, and, he was kind of yelling a little bit on the field. So, as offensive-wise, we was worried about Brandon himself. But when Joe came in, there was no letdown. Joe came in, he commanded the offense well. He did a great job. I can't tell you how impressed I am with the way Joe handled that situation, playing the Citadel at their home turf, playoff game, second round. He did a great job coming in. Offensive-wise, we're used to different quarterbacks coming in. Last year we rotated 3 guys, and this year we had 2 guys go down. Then you had Brandon go down. So it was just the next man up. Coach Ayers says that all the time. Next man up. When you come into the game, you play ball, and we expect nothing less. So he did a great job commanding offense.
You're also not used to playing without Anton Warby, who went down the very next play. So tell us what you saw out of Mike Jones, and what did the offensive line have to do without a guy with that much experience having to sit out?
Yeah, I didn't notice Anton was out of the game until 2 plays after he got hurt. With Anton, he doesn't miss a whole lot of snaps. Honestly, I don't think he has missed a snap in a year and a half or so. So Mike Jones came in, did a great job. But, we expect nothing less. Mike is a great player. Last year he started against Clemson until he got hurt. So we knew Mike was capable of stepping up and doing the job. He plays left tackle, but he went over to right, did a great job at playing right. Offensive lines-wise, we didn't change up any of our blocking scheme or anything like that. We kept it going. Mike did a especially good job outside on the edges and watching his guy down. He did a great job. I can't tell you enough.
From your perspective, talk us through the play where Joe scored the touchdown.
On that play, the scheme was for me to pull outside. They did the Citadel blitz where they bring it on and shift the D line over. And I pulled out. I saw the 9 coming. I'm not originally supposed to get that guy. I'm supposed to try to avoid him and get the backer. But, I'm of the bigger variety, so that hole wasn't as big. So I just decided, hey, let me knock this guy down. He's originally the pitch key. Let me knock him down. Joe got outside of it, and Joe saw that there was nobody out there, and he just took off. And, that was a great feeling. I would have ran after him, but he was already in the end zone before I even knew what was happening. So, that play, we really needed that. That made us, gave us a separation for the defense to come out there and play. So it felt really good.
Tyler, you move along in the playoffs. You were able to beat the Citadel this past Saturday night. Can you encapsulate what it meant to you, what it meant to the defense to come up with that win?
Well, it meant the world to us. With Lincoln having that scare last week and the way he was able to bounce back this week, with his 16 tackles, that really helped a lot. And, him being a leader on the defense, he just came out and, made everybody aware of the situation, and, we were able to play to a higher level.
Did you happen to see the replay, or did you see it when it happened, that one-handed interception he made?
I saw it when it happened. I was hoping that he was going to score because I was looking to, peel back and try and hit somebody. But I looked to my right, and he was on the ground. So I was like, I didn't want to, get a block in the back or make a bad block and get a penalty. So I just went over there, I tapped him on the back, and I said, good job. But next time, stay on your feet.
I'll give you a number. Our defense, Wofford's defense, has not given up a fourth quarter point now in 5 straight games. What about this defense seems to get better and better as the game goes on?
Everybody plays for one another. It's 11 hats to the ball every time, and we ride together. That's been our mentality all season. Even before the season started in the summertime, everybody was here and everybody knew what the situation was. We wanted to be a great defense, and we wanted to dictate games and make it known that we were trying to be the best defense in the country, and we're able to do that this season.
Do you know anything about Youngstown State yet?
I know they're big up front. I know they have a fast running back, and a quarterback that can throw the ball. So, you know, we're going to do the things that we've been coached to do all season. Nothing's going to change. We're going to play fundamental football and, you know, try and get some pressure on the quarterback.